think what works really well are programs that take advantage of having instructors that do the work. So people that do this for a living are teaching you how to do it. But I also think there's no shortcuts to getting all of the knowledge that a budding professional or prospective professional needs. A one-year program in how to run the software is not going to teach you everything you need to know to be a professional digital artist, because it's not the digital that's the active word here. The important word is artist. So a good foundation in traditional arts, learning to draw, studying the history of painting, studying the history of film, the more you know, learning physics, learning math, all of these things help contribute and give you the foundation to then be able to learn the tools and apply them to visual effects. So programs that are a combination of a good artistic foundation and learning the filmmaking and visual effects tools are the best, I think. And that depends on the program. There are very bad programs, unfortunately. There's a lot of very bad programs out there that cost a lot of money. And the students come out with tens of thousands of dollars in student loans that they'll never be able to pay back because they haven't gotten the skills they need. But there are also programs that teach as much of all of the above. There are things that you're just not going to learn except in a work environment. So programs that also include an internship where they're actually in a facility doing work are the best. My advice to anybody who's looking at a program is to ask to speak to graduates, to alumni, because they're the ones that will tell you if they learned what they needed. And a school that won't give you access to alumni, I would say that's a red flag. Find somewhere else. I would say for young people just breaking into the industry, probably some of the major cities in Canada, Vancouver, Montreal, especially if you're looking at gaming. Montreal is good, Toronto is good. They have fairly broad talent pools, but they're not that deep, so it's a good place that you can break into. Los Angeles is tough now. London is the heart of visual effects in the world. 5 years ago they weren't. They had a fairly small industry, but they also can pick and choose and hire whoever they want. There are some of the larger studios, such as ILM, that have international locations, such as Singapore or Hong Kong, where it's more difficult for them to find talent. So students, if they're willing to go places like that, may have more of an opportunity. If you look at the work that's done in films, I know that 3D work, in other words, 3D computer graphics, not stereoscopic, but 3D work, modeling, animation, character animation, those things, gets a lot more press and a lot more excitement in people. But if you look at the work that's done, there's a lot more 2D work done. So compositing, tracking, rotoscoping, those kinds of things. That every project has that. And it's pretty magical. So I would suggest that students look at both 2D and 3D. Well, this is view number 6 or 7 for me. I love this conference. Maria Elena and her crew have put together a great community. It's a conference that not only are the presentations world class and the presenters, but we have an opportunity to actually spend time with the other people, with our peers, and hold conversations that are invigorating and educational and creatively energizing for all of us. So I look forward to View every year.